The Campark Trail Camera comes equipped with a 12 megapixel by 1080p resolution camera. The newest version is 14 megapixels. It records in 120-degree wide resolution, has a 2-inch LCD screen, and a 42-piece infrared LED night vision light that works up to 75 feet away. It's also waterproof. It has a pretty reliable motion detector, and I've had a lot of fun setting this thing up outdoors and capturing some wildlife. I'm just going to take you through some of the features and show you some wildlife I've captured with it. Here are 2 foxes I recorded in the backyard of a residential neighborhood in Cabo, Mexico. Pretty cool. For the price, the 12 megapixel Campark Trail Cam is really a great value. I've had this thing for about a year and used it a bunch of times in some rough environments and have had no loss of performance and no problems. So now we're just gonna open it up by popping these 2 locks on the side, which keep it watertight. We're gonna go into setup mode here. You have the LCD screen and the buttons. So the device is powering up, and here are our menu options, which are quite limited but quite effective in my opinion. It doesn't overcomplicate things. So the first option is mode, so you can do photo, video, or photo and video, which I find is useful to get a good representation of the animal you're trying to capture. Photo resolution gives you a lot of options, pretty high quality of 12 megapixels, but of course, the larger your image quality, the less images you can store on one memory card. So if you have this thing set up for somewhere for a long time, you might want to lower the image quality. Photo series. Now this allows you to take 1, 2, or 3 photos in series, and I find this is actually a pretty useful function because sometimes if you just take one photo, the animal will get washed out by the camera, or you might have some motion blur. So this really allows you to take 3 quick photos in succession and get one really good capture. Video resolution, just like photo resolution, gives you a lot of options. The larger, the higher quality, and the larger storage space it takes up, of course. Video length. Now it allows you to adjust the length of recording each time the motion detector is triggered, and I find 7 seconds is good to get a good representation of the animal's movement. You don't need to get redundant and record an animal walking in circles for a minute or 2. Audio recording allows you to record audio. That's pretty interesting, hearing animal noises or squeaks or something of that manner. Now, shot lag is the time in between each time the motion detector is triggered that it will wait to take another photo. This prevents you from taking 1,000 photos of the same animal who's lingering in the same spot. Motion sensitivity, low, medium, or high. I keep it set on medium. I find that's pretty effective and don't have too many false triggers. Of course, wind on a tree or rain can set it off. The time-lapse function allows you to take a time-lapse every few moments with this camera, which is a pretty cool function. Language, of course. You can select your language for the menu options. Time and date. You want to have that set correctly because of course, it's interesting to see what time the animals come out. Photo stamp, that allows you to put the time and date and other data on the photo, which is pretty useful and interesting in sharing those images online. Password protection, that's if your device gets stolen. You can set a password so someone can't go through the images on the device if they just happen to find it, in case there's a picture of your face or, I don't know, for whatever reason. Beep sound, I like to keep it on. You can format the memory card from here and just wipe the whole thing. Serial number of the device, and you can reset to factory settings. So once you got your settings dialed in, you're going to want to flip the device to on with the switch on the bottom. The device powers up and a countdown timer begins right here. That gives you a countdown to set the camera up and get out of the way without triggering the motion detector and taking a false picture. So you're going to want to close it up, seal it tight, keep it watertight. These 2 latches here. And then you place your camera somewhere where there's a high likelihood of seeing some animals. And of course, this is the camera lens. Here is the motion detector on the bottom. And this is the IR floodlight, which provides non-visible light to light up any target in darkness. And it works really quite well. But I find if an animal gets maybe too close to it, the IR light is so bright it can actually wash out the details of the image. So then once it's set up, you leave it there for however long you want. I usually keep it in one place for about a week or 2 before I get too curious to check. Okay, now that we have the camera set up, we're gonna do a little sample pass by and you'll get to see my camera. It's a Panasonic GH5, which I'm quite proud of. It's a very nice camera. So here we are looking at the device. Now for the best part, the most exciting part, you go ahead and recover your camera, flip it open, and you can preview the images you've captured right here on the LCD screen. You switch it to setup mode, and then once the device powers on, you press replay. And as you can see, there is my little pass by. So I had it set on 3 photos and 1 7-second video mode. So here you can see the video I took, nothing much interesting happening there. But you can also see the 3 photos in quick succession, and you can see how in the first image here I was just coming into frame, so you can see how that 3 photos can be useful in getting a really solid, clean capture of your target. I'm not a hunter or a serious user, I just find it really fun to set the camera up and see what you capture. It's a really fun toy. Link to the product is in the description below. Thanks for watching.